All right, so we're back up.
Hello.
Daniel? Is that Kiana? Is that how she pronounces that?
I'm not sure.
Garret and John Douglas.
Garret, whatever.
Is it going to be?
Isn't that
Garrett.
like isn't that
Garrett.
Nick's daughter? I think.
That's the question of the day.
I
Or
think it
something like
is.
that? I think so.
Literally both
Yeah.
rounds
Something
by
along those
Oregon
lines.
Manus-
And we got 2-0
twice
matchup
in a
here.
row. So it's
Yeah.
2-0 and 2-0.
I
They've
believe
earned it.
I believe left side is a Grixis control variant of some kind. That's Kiana, and then John, I believe, is playing some kind of Mardu green. Couldn't remember if it was a Siege Rhino or Dark Dweller deck, or just both together.
She's a talker. She's a
Talker.
She's a person after my own heart.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Nothing wrong with
I
being
guess
a
she
talker.
won.
No. You
No?
don't understand.
Oh,
Every
okay.
game, though, we tie and then I lose.
Oh, okay. They must have tied.
And Snake Eyes.
Not this game.
What?
Grixis control, Mardu green.
Yep, that sounds about right.
And you know what? That's what Mana's become, is a wedge plus a color.
Yeah.
And it's easy to do.
Yeah, look forward to that going away in about 3 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, thanks for sticking around, everybody we still have. Super appreciate it.
Woo!
I always appreciate the viewership.
And if my wife's watching, shout out to you. Love you.
See, where's the commentary? The people want the commentary.
Right.
All right, here we go. Games are starting to get a little more important.
You good on yours?
Sure.
You might as well. Let's do this.
Look at
He's
that.
eager. He's
is-
aggressive.
He is into this.
Yeah, he's aggressive. Let's do
Look at him
it.
go.
Throw down.
I'm
Throw
going
your
to-
cards down.
Oh, look.
I don't know if I already said that or if I just.
You did.
I never noticed that in the corner.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Heck yeah.
And that's turn one Yoo-Hoo. Okay, that's pretty good right there. It's,
Yoo-Hoo is a quality drink. It's
oh,
been around
it's-
for a long time.
Yeah, I've only had it once. It tastes like chocolate water. I wasn't a huge
It's because
fan.
it's made with whey and not real milk.
Oh, is that what it
Yeah,
is?
yeah. Little
Oh.
known fact about Yoo-Hoo.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm a fount of knowledge.
Well, I'm sure you like it since you're lactose intolerant. So,
Fantastic.
all right.
You
turn
can
one,
be Madden. You wish.
turn one Bloodstain Meyer. I can be Madden. I don't get it.
John Madden, football.
Oh.
Yeah. Keep up, Mike.
Like it's
Oh,
going to be John Gruden.
what do we
I
have here?
am John
Bloodstain
Gruden.
Meyer and Bloodstain Meyer. I like John Gruden. I'm a John Gruden fan. All right.
So turns 1 through 4, we're going to see a lot of fetching, and it's going to take about 5 minutes to play through.
Well, it's better. You know, it's better than a 20-minute match that we're trying to avoid. So.
True.
But sometimes you'll get a blowout in Magic. I mean, hashtag MTG. You get everything.
Right.
Play enough Magic, you see everything. I've lost in 2 minutes.
Turn two Jace. Here we go.
Oh, look,
One in round
look at him calling it. Oh my gosh, he's doing signals and everything. Guy's a little cocky. Won't lie.
Mike, you need to shake the Yoo-Hoo. Yeah, Yoo-Hoo is a drink that needs to be shaken. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, and maybe that's what my problem was. Is I just opened it and just drank
Oh,
it.
no. It's all the goodness is on the bottom.
Okay, so
Yeah.
it's a settling drink.
Oh, absolutely. You
Okay.
gotta, I mean, worse than orange juice. I mean,
Duly
you gotta,
noted.
Yeah, if you ever do a Yoo-Hoo again, shake it up, and you'll get a totally different experience.
I don't know if I'll do the Yoo-Hoo again. It was a pretty horrid experience.
Well, you know, as someone who's lactose intolerant, it's my only chocolate beverage of choice.
All right, well we're gonna get our vote in here since we didn't have any mulligans. Whether people think Grixis
Yeah.
Control or Mardu Green are going
Let's
to
hear,
be the winners
let's hear
here.
from the people at home.
The whole 70 of them, 60 of them. Woo! The numbers will grow. Everything that will start is small. And we're still on turn 2 land right now.
Darth Stevens calls Mardu.
I don't have a chance. I don't play.
I have a feeling we're going to have ourselves about a 50-minute match here. We'll see. We'll see. Cinderglade on the other side for the fetch.
Magical thing called sideboard.
Go Grixis. Okay, so we got Mardu, Grixis. See how it goes. I think we kind of know what to expect out of Mardu Green, but Grixis Control, it's, just good card dot deck usually. Of course, that's most of these 3 and 4 color decks. It's
Oh
just
my
good
gosh,
card dot deck.
it's cram every good card you can find in, and the mana will be good enough to support it.
Turn 2 Sylvan Advocate.
We've seen that a lot tonight. It's a popular card.
It's a good card. It's,
It's a fantastic card.
Probably the best green 2-drop I've seen in a long time.
I would agree with that.
Nope.
I think Kiana's been out of Magic for a while, so she might be having to look at a lot of these cards.
That's okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, me too. I
What
mean,
do we got going on here? We got some mana being tapped. Grasp of Darkness.
Get done.
Done and done.
Done and done. And there goes the Advocate.
I love Grasp of Darkness too. By the way, I play it. I love that card.
Are
Neg
we
4, Neg 4
potentially
is
hearing an
pretty
endorsement?
good. I mean, it's a Shane card. I got
It's
to be
pretty
honest.
good. So there we go. I was going to say the Wandering Fumarol's got to come in tapped. That's okay though.
That's one of the lesser played man lands, but like you're saying,
good.
how much it costs to activate?
It's 4 to activate, but it's 0 to activate the ability to flip the power and toughness.
It goes from a 1/4 to a 4/1.
Correct.
Excellent.
It will see play more in the next format. It's in Madness colors. Madness seems to be in blue, black, and red, which would make sense. Another Advocate coming down here, but see if we're. No, he's not going to miss a land drop.
Yeah,
He's
it
just
seems he
slow
has the
rolling
land,
the
yeah.
land.
He's
There we
got
go.
tap land.
Shambling Vent coming down.
Quality man land.
Yep.
Big fan of the Shambling Vent.
Well, it's cheaper to activate, which I think is really important on the man
Well,
lands.
yeah, and the lifelink can be swingy.
Right.
I mean, lifelink is a swingy thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, 4 lands down.
Need MTG bot up in here. Thanks, Mr. George. That's appreciated. Your input's always appreciated.
103% appreciated.
Got to one-up me, don't you? Got to do a little better.
Well, I mean, we are like brothers from another mother, right?
Right.
Brothers
But
usually compete.
But somebody's
somehow.
got 2 top 8s in big events, and one of us doesn't, and we don't have to go into which one's which.
I don't talk about that.
No, but I do because you're
pretty,
awesome.
I'm pretty humble.
Yeah, but you're a quality Magic player as well.
Well, you were rooting me on both times. So.
Oh, absolutely. I'm there in the peanut gallery for you. I'm from the low tables coming up, supporting you.
So here comes Kalitas. I have a feeling probably gonna have some kind of a
Don't
removal
tap
spear.
out for Kalitas.
It seems really
happened.
bad against Mardu. You just gotta deal with it. You know, I mean, they're usually running Abzan Charm, Crackling Doom.
Right. Crackling Doom is a heck of a card.
Yeah, it's
much to my dismay because I've been beaten by it several times.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful
Yeah.
card.
I mean, I think sack effects have to be in the format while you have the Eldrazi that are indestructible and 10/10s and 12/12s. I think it's really important. And I like the new Edict effect that's coming out in the instant one in Shadows. I like that card a lot.
Well, you get Planeswalker with that too. I think that's going to be important. So I believe he's.
What's John have in hand? He's swinging in.
I'm not
here.
sure. He's swinging. He's swinging
He
here.
must
I'm
have
guessing
something to make it even.
the only reason you'd swing here is an Abzan Charm to add 2 counters to your Sylvan Advocate.
Think so?
Seems like a bad play. I'd rather just exile the Kalitas myself and swing 2. I think you're just getting a little fancy because I mean.
Well, he
it's-
can still do that if she doesn't block.
Sure,
Correct?
but I mean, it is Grixis control. She just took it, so.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is Grixis control. So I mean, you know, you're in black, so that's a lot of removal.
Yeah, tapping out there, you gotta worry about tapping out for a threat this early against a semi-control deck. Or
Right. Now I'm trying
Yeah.
to look at his cards in hand. I'm not actually seeing any relevant kill spell that would be able to deal with Kalitas. So.
And that can be an issue. 'cause
Absolutely.
That card's really good. We both know it.
Yep. And the thing is against Mardu green is that if you can get on top of them with multiple dudes, they really struggle about that.
Phrasing.
They're a one for one deck for the most part until they play. It's just good card. I'll try to get you back with like Goblin Dark Dweller.
Right. She throws
So-
out the grasp and gets a
Gets a zombie.
Zombie on the
and,
trigger.
Yeah, the smart thing, you're going to leave up some kind of a spot removal, and you also leave up the ability to eat a zombie if necessary
which
to go to a
is
5/6, which
awesome.
would get you out of roast range. Not that he's main decking roast.
it's
but-
always tricky to put counters on it and then
Yeah.
have one creature and then get Crackling Doom. That would feel bad.
Well, I mean, if
But
Crackling
what are
Doom's
you gonna do?
Crackling Doom's gonna kill it either way, no matter what.
Well, you
so.
swing, yeah.
But I know what you're saying. Like
Yeah.
you're putting all your eggs onto the basket. You go wide against them, and you know, I mean, it's a straightforward deck on the Mardu green side. Really, here's a good card. Here's a good card. Here's a good
Yeah.
card.
Reminds me of Abzan X.
Oh well,
Just
it
has
is. It
good
is
cards.
Abzan
It's-
essentially.
Right. It can play anything it wants.
Right.
And it plays all the good cards.
Yep. It's essentially, that's why they splash green is to splash
thanks,
all those good
Wizards.
green cards. Yeah. Too late to go back now. What?
Why is Kyle George talking about
Should
wandering
be-
fumarole so much.
I don't know.
Eggs under the basket, what the what? I don't know what that means. I gotta be honest.
Nope. I have no idea.
That's
okay.
Gotta speak English to me, or I can't respond to it. I'm just teasing. Oh, that's funny. So he hasn't been able to answer this Kalitas.
Yeah, I think I think I see a Goblin Dark Dweller in his hand.
I tell you what, I leave that I leave the zombie in just for Crackling Doom. But Crackling Doom takes highest power, right?
Correct.
Oh, then it
it's
doesn't
gonna,
even matter.
Right, it's going to kill it
Yeah.
either way.
I
And
was
that's-
thinking it was just a creature, but it's the highest power creature. So
Yeah, that's honestly the part that makes that card insanely good. The 2 damage is just some icing on the cake, but so we'll see what happens.
this,
See, the thing is,
this Kalitas, and if anybody knows how to pronounce that correctly, please let me know, because I don't think anybody knows how that's supposed. It's like
we're not 100% on that.
no,
Just like
Kalitas. Just call it Trader of Get. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Right?
Kalitas, yeah, Kalitas just sounds not good.
Cletus?
I can't do that. I mean, it's a cool enough card that I can't call it Cletus, but a lot of people say it like that.
All right, so he's going to fetch her. He's at 10 though, and he's really
He's taking a beating. I'd like to see
really
what's in
struggling.
his hand,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I see a Fiery Impulse in his hand.
which isn't going to get it done.
You can get the zombie. That's
Yeah.
about it. Because
And
you
then
won't even
if,
be able
if
to
you
get
go
the
to get the
Wandering-
zombie, she eats it if she's got open
right,
mana, right?
and you won't be able to get the Wandering Fumarole because if you make it a
Right.
4/1 for 0, and then they Fiery Impulse that, you just make it a 1/4.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, nice to activate that ability as 0.
absolutely. So we might be looking at a turn.
I
Coming.
think he's got a couple Dark Dwellers there,
Yeah,
right?
he's getting Dark Dwellered up,
so
and he
he's
doesn't
setting
have
himself up to
Yep.
to get some value here.
He doesn't have the removal spell. That's the problem right now.
Right. Yeah, he's not drawing any cards, and he doesn't have the removal. Got a couple man lands, but can only activate 1, and I don't know how much mana that leaves you up. Not much.
My wife just said, I was worried you're going to say get blank, but we said done and done.
We adjust on the fly.
It's all about being able to do that kind
Is
of
that
stuff.
a roast? That's a roast main deck. Nice.
Cora, if you're watching, love you. You too, little coop. I'm sure he's lurking around
Mike
somewhere.
shouting out to his 3-month-old.
3.5.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're actually really close to 4.
Wow.
Roast
Time
on the
goes- dude, it goes
Cletus,
so
and
fast.
this is where you this is gonna be the 2-for-1.
Yeah, what
This is
do
where you eat the zombie and you
I mean,
force.
you do, don't you?
Yeah, but he's gonna eat the zombie, force the fiery
gonna.
impulse. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but, you know.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 2-for-1. He'll fiery impulse.
There you go.
Interesting that he plays roast main though.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought,
Yeah,
wow, that's,
kinda
I mean,
cool. I mean, it's a thing.
it's
you know?
5 damage to anything on the ground?
Correct.
Okay.
So,
well,
I
I
mean,
mean, shoot,
it's-
that's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad for 2 mana.
Yeah, that's good value. And there's probably plenty of targets. She rolls out another one.
Play the same thing over and over again.
Another Trader of Get. Good old Cletus. That's got to feel bad. He has to use 2 cards to get rid of it. And she
Yeah.
rolls it right back out.
Yeah, and the problem is you're gonna play Dark
Oh,
Dweller.
there's Dark Dwellers.
What are you
But
gonna
roast it,
flash back?
You got to roast it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
I mean,
go.
yeah, you have to.
That's value right there. That's Dark Dwellers. That's what this deck does.
That's yeah.
Gonna start 2-for-1 in.
Sure. It's still gonna
Magic's
be you know,
still about 2-for-1 in, 3-for-1 in Value Town.
card,
Gotta get a
break it
value
down to
time.
card advantage. That's what it all is. So we got a Chandra over there on the other side of the table. I don't know if she has another land in hand. Might be able to play that soon. The thing is though is that roast is now gone. So
Yeah.
if Kiana's able to get some kind of a threat down, you can't block the Dark
So
Dweller.
Dark Dwellers is 4/4 with Menace, correct? That's a pain.
Yeah.
Gotta have 2 creatures to block it.
Yeah, it's a beast, but
Yeah,
I mean, you are at 22 life, so you got a little bit of a buffer. He's only at 10.
You
And
know,
I think-
and I think from a design standpoint, is a card like Dark Dwellers designed to be in a format where you can play so many different instants and sorceries.
Right.
And I just feel like
I think the card
That's
will
yeah.
obviously be significantly worse when rotation hits, but it's a powerful card
it's
when you're
converted.
reading
It's
it.
converted mana cost 3 or less, which
Yeah.
I guess tempers it a bit. But
Sure, no,
the fact
but
that you
you-
can get back like an Abzan charm with it. that doesn't-
Abzan
It's
charm,
not
get-
even in those colors.
get back a
That's-
Crackling Doom,
Yeah, it's
you know.
just really good.
Yeah, very very powerful.
Yeah.
So
And that's what that deck does.
it's good. You know, the Menace is kind of a little icing there because you got to double block it.
Oh,
It's got a
absolutely.
decent body, so you might get
Call
favorable
against command,
trading.
correct? Yeah.
Yep. Usually that card gets played in that deck. It's like
Oh,
at least
absolutely.
two usually. It's a
And
solid card.
you can play Cull against command and There's one other command that they sometimes play. I played a version of this deck a couple weeks ago.
They might play Dramoka's command. They probably don't play Atarka's command. That seems really bad.
Yeah.
I think those are the only commands that you can play, though. I think. Yeah, you can't play
I mean,
Solmgers.
you got 4 colors. It's pretty
All right. All right,
No, 'cause
Runus
he's not
Path
up
on the
running
Dark
blue.
Dweller.
That helps out a lot. She's still got 3 mana up.
Yep.
Well, I can definitely see how her deck's been getting there. I mean, she's got options
cards.
aplenty
Yeah.
in Grixis.
Absolutely. We might see some shambling vents going here. If he makes another land drop,
Yeah, I'd
He's
say
got-
you
he's
want
got-
one more land before you send them in, but
well,
I mean, you
if
might
he
want
makes
to send them in
yeah,
now,
see if he make
depending on what your hand is.
yeah, I don't think did he make the land drop? Yeah, he made no, he's short on the land drop.
Yeah,
If he-
I would want one more land before I came in, but that's just me.
Yeah, I would want to make sure I'm coming in with 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's bringing in Needling Spires. I actually didn't realize
And
that was on the board.
I didn't either, and that's a 2-1
It's a 2
with double strike.
2-1 double strike, activates for 4 mana. So he'll get in there for more. I get it. You know, you're trying to close the gap versus the shambling event. You're going to double up. You're not worried about the life gain initially and stuff. So that makes a lot of sense. I still think of the man lands, though. That's probably the weakest of the man lands.
I agree, and if you're not going to abuse it in some way, like pump it up.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it played in allies, and I've seen them do some ridiculous things with it.
Yeah.
So-
And if you have the ability to add counters to
Yeah,
the land, then
yeah.
that's really good. Like, I mean, you could
Yeah.
play if you're playing a Mardu deck with Runus Path, and you're able to like awaken that land and add 3 or 4 counters to it, like add 4 counters with
There's
Runus
your
Path.
answer. Grixis does play Murderous Cut, and yeah.
Yep, there you go.
She just used it and took out one of his lands, and it always feels so bad when you
Yep.
get one of your lands killed.
Now
It
I don't
just
know what
feels
else she
awful.
has in hand because you know if she might be leaving something up. Hopefully she didn't make the misplay of not delving or delving too much away
Right.
and having unutilized mana. But we'll see. She
I think
she has the Chandra in hand, but she does not have the second red by looking at the lands right now.
and that card could potentially blow it open.
Chandra would be pretty good right now. Chandra would be really good. Especially the Wheel of Fortune ability to just refresh your hand a little bit and stuff like that. Might not be a bad thing. But she's got to have the 2. All right, so she's going to go fetch.
Does she have 2 basics up?
Yeah, she's got a swamp and an island on her left side.
There you go.
So definitely possibly seeing some
Right, she
Chandra
can
here.
get the
Probably
marsh.
going to go get a Smoldering Marsh, my guess is. Going to
That's
go
what I was
search that
thinking.
out.
Detox. I'd like to see what's in John's hand. Has he got 2 cards left in the grip?
Yeah, I think he had. I thought he had like another Dark Dweller. He just doesn't have.
I thought he had
anything.
another Dark Dweller as well.
Yeah, you got a fiery impulse in your
Right,
it just
and I
seems
mean,
really
I
bad.
get you want to try to get maximum value out of it, but at what point does he just have to stick a threat and
Right.
just try to,
Now the one thing with Chandra
he's
though
down
is
11,
if
12 points.
Chandra's going to get played here, she's going to swing in for 6, and Chandra's going to go to 5. If he can drop another land, well, he does have a Needling Spires, but if he can drop another land, he can swing in with 2 Shambling Vents,
Right.
and you're going to gain 4
There's
life
the
back.
Chandra.
Yep.
And what
So-
do you do with her here?
Well, she's going to take him up to 5. You're going to get 2 3/1 trampling haste elementals that go away at the end of the turn.
Right, and when he's at 9, that's going to stretch his removal
Right.
probably to the brink, so he might be in trouble here.
Right. What will probably end up happening here the next turn is he's going to have to at least be cracking back with a Shambling Vent because
And gain some
he's
life
got to
back.
gain the life.
Yeah.
Because
Looks
she's
like he has to take it and go to 3 here.
right. She's tapped out, so he's going to go to 3.
Those tokens go away, though, at the end of turn.
Yeah.
So it's not like they accumulate, which would be ridiculous.
Well, there's a new card coming out in Shadows over Innistrad in green
They don't trample.
that
Thanks. Okay.
you play it. It's 2 green, 2 colorless. I think it's like a sorcery, and you make a copy of every token you control on the battlefield. So you could play Chandra.
Oh, yeah,
You could
yeah.
have Chandra out there, tick her
Right,
up, and then
right.
play that. Get 2 3/1s
the
that
the
stick.
green card,
And they stick.
That's 2 and 2.
And they, the
It's instant?
token,
Yeah, I
the
like it.
tokens have haste, so all of a sudden you've got 4
Anafenza.
tokens.
Yeah, I like it.
Anafenza, he's got to swing here. You got to activate. You got to get into the Chandra, no doubt.
You think?
Yeah, because otherwise,
And gain
she
the
can
2
just
life.
go minus
Yeah.
-1 if she
He
wanted.
sits back.
I'm not sure if that's the right play because you're going to trade a Shambling Vent with unless he's got some removal, but you're going to trade a Shambling Vent with a 3/1 token that goes away. It seems bad.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't
So-
seem great.
I think it
but
would have been better to.
We don't know what he's holding up either.
Sure, yeah, and he could have drew something
Yeah.
that we're not aware of. Well, that's gonna
That
probably
puts a
seal the
damper
deal
on
right there if I had
everything.
to
Yep.
guess. I don't really
Probably
see
not
how.
good for John.
Yeah, I don't see how he's going to pull out of that one. So I think we're going to be going to
you
game
block,
2 here.
even if you activate one, you're going to lose one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Net. And not looking good.
All right, you're going to go to 2.
He's got.
He's
Yeah,
gonna lose
he's
the
going
land.
to do it and,
Yeah, it's-
and sack the land.
Yeah,
oh
it's-
wait, if she's got a prior to blocks effect, it's over.
Yep.
Get done.
Yep. That's the prior to
That's
block
it.
effect right there. Yep.
That's it. Scoop them up.
All right, we're going to
Going
game
to
2.
2.
Not bad. Look
She's
at that.
shaking already after one.
Good sport right there.
Yeah,
I love it.
I think she's really happy about getting there. That was back and forth.
Well, that's what happens when the other side's a little cocky and stuff
What?
like that. He's
John-
doing the
John
bring it
looks a
symbol
little,
and stuff like
he
that.
looks a little stunned. I got to be honest. I love you, John, but you look a little out of sorts there going down a game.
Yeah, but he didn't have the mix. I think he still had that Dark Dweller potentially in hand if that's what he had, and he didn't have much to really work with there. So drew few too many dudes. It's not what you want to do against a
Right.
control deck that plays a really strong threat and then plays a planeswalker that you just can't really deal with.
Right. I mean, you're threat light in a deck like that anyway, so you need to
Absolutely.
have the planeswalker removal. And I mean, how many Ruinous Path do you think that deck runs?
Well, I mean, I'm sure it runs like 2 main.
Yeah.
I don't know if I bring more in.
mean-
Certainly, you have lots of options in those colors for kill spells. You don't want to be bringing in. Yeah, I could see Languish potentially, but that's not good either. I really a sweep. I don't like the idea of any sweeper effect from her outside of just the Chandra itself. So I could see just.
I don't mind
bringing in,
the first round handshake. I mean,
I like.
I think she
I'm
was
cool with it.
really happy to get there, so she was a little exuberant.
Well, no, she does that like every single time I've
Does
watched
she?
her play. Yeah. So
I've played her a
good
couple
sport.
times, and she's played decks that have scared me. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I didn't see any misplays and stuff like that.
No, it's
So,
pretty solid.
things
She held
that-
up her removal pretty well. I mean, she did tap out for that first Trader of Get, but I don't think
would've-
that was awful.
I mean,
it wasn't. I don't think
Did,
it was the greatest.
Did somebody
but
say not tap out for
Oh,
a
yeah.
I mean, I would. Why not? What else are you gonna do?
Kit Kat is a hell of a candy bar.
Kit Kat is a hell.
I just gotta be honest right
That's
now.
very good.
we'll endorse all
I mean,
kinds of junk food.
I'd tap out for the Trader Get. There's really nothing else you can do.
Well, especially because I think she had another one in hand.
Well, right, but
I
even
mean-
if you only had the one, I don't see any issue with tapping out. To
Well,
put a 3/4 life
stretching a control deck's removal is a thing.
Right.
And if you got doubles of a legendary creature, why
right.
not just roll them out?
And part of Magic right now, we'll see how that goes. I mean, it's obviously always part of the game, but part of it right now is really making sure that you're utilizing as much mana as you possibly can, because your spells can be really expensive, and you might not have the ability to cast all the spells you need. So try to
Yeah.
get them out there, make them stop what their game plan is, try to kill it or something.
Charles, that's a really interesting point that you bring up there. I've seen it definitely go both ways. I've played up to opponents on camera before, but I've also when it's really big and I got a really big crowd, I can get a little nervous and
Yeah.
go the other way too. So I wouldn't say I'm a high skill Magic player though, so I can't really attest, but
it definitely
it does affect people different ways.
Oh, absolutely. So
And
a
I've
lot
seen-
of people get nervous.
yeah.
You can see a lot of nervousness sometimes. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I mean, John definitely just didn't have a good mix of cards. I don't know the full design on either deck. I know more about the Mardu Green than the Grixis Control. So, overall, I knew Mardu Green didn't have a good mix, and it looked like
Right.
Kiana had a really good mix.
Yep.
So, but it's part of the game, right?
Hashtag
What do we call-
MTG.
Hashtag variance, right?
Right. Right.
So, now from a
I don't know
sideboard,
many people at an F&M that don't get nervous. I mean, there's a few of the better ringers that I'm sure eat it up with a spoon.
Yeah, they just don't care.
Jake Valentine's on camera every other match, so I'm sure he doesn't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
Even though Jake just seems nervous all the time anyway. Shaking Jake Valentine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot you said that last
Shaking
week.
Jake, yep.
That's right, because he was doing it against me. I'm like, your hands are shaking,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. He's like, that's all right. I'm like that all the
Yeah, I
time.
know. About Red Bull.
Yeah, I love Jake.
Hashtag energy drink.
Hashtag too much caffeine before you played. Age experience. Oh, I totally agree.
What's that?
Age experience playing into that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for
Agreed.
sure.
And she's pretty young. I'm thinking she's like, I don't
And
know, 16,
sometimes-
17.
sometimes
but
just not
She's
giving-
played a lot. She's played
and-
since I've been here.
And you know what comes with age is not giving a darn.
Oh, yeah. I
Sometimes
ran
it's
out
like,
of
oh, okay, whatever.
I ran out of cares a long time ago.
Right. All right, so we got Manlands on turn 1 for both sides here. Mardu Green's on the play. Looks like we got turn 2 Advocate coming here. We'll see if she can answer.
And that's helpful. I mean, that's
Yeah, you
right
gotta-
out the gate. They're
yep.
gonna.
Now she did, yeah. And
Oh
it looks
my
like
gosh.
I see
She
a
got like
grass.
10 removal spells.
Yep, but she doesn't.
Yeah,
she
she
can't
didn't
play
have
the
the double
grass
black.
right now, so she'll be able to do that next turn. But this is where the tempo is going to happen a little bit and stuff like that. Because now we'll see if he can make a play after that, or if he's going to be leaving removal up. The one thing with Mardu Green, they do not play a lot of creatures in that deck. It is a
Right.
very grindy.
Yeah.
You could argue it's more grindy.
You're trying to
than a
eliminate
traditional
threats
Abzan deck.
and then get in there with a menace guy or a manland or something.
Right, and I mean, sometimes they play Chandra, sometimes they don't.
Right.
He could come down with an Anafenza here, so he's going to do Transgress the
Transgress.
Mind. That seems really good right
Yeah,
now.
in the control match, that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, and I figure that's what's going to come in now.
Oh, she's got Tassiger. Is that a dig through time?
Yeah, it's a dig through time,
Yeah.
a Tassiger, a Kalitas,
Is that a murderous cut
and
as
that's
well?
a murderous cut.
And
Those are the
grasp?
options that he can get
That's
with
a
them.
varied hand. I got to be honest.
Yeah,
That's not terrible.
yeah. I think you play whatever's on curve
Do you take
right there.
do you take the dig through time there, or do you take the card?
No,
I mean,
you take the Kalitas. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know
depending
what.
on his hand.
Right, and I don't know what Marty. Yeah, exactly. I don't know what he's got in his hand right now. He might have some other stuff. He might have another Transgress. You know?
I see we're in a family-friendly program. Well, you wouldn't have known that from the first match tonight. when
It's
Mike's
family friendly
potty
right now
mouth.
because I might have a 7-year-old watching. Other than that,
Mike
it's not
toned
too
it down for his own family, but everybody else can.
Get effed.
Fantastic. And F means fantastic, kids. That's what we're talking about here.
F for fantastic,
That's right.
Get
That's,
fantastic.
that's the official word of Wishmack. Fantastic.
The official word
And there
of
goes
Value
the
Town.
advocate
What's
to a grasp. She got the double black.
Okay, good.
So, yeah. He's on 3 mana. Let's see what he's got in his hand,
I'm seeing a Canopy Vista.
which can come in up and down.
Yep, coming up and down
Up
now.
and down means untapped for those at home. We say that a lot. It's a Shaneism.
Looks like an Abzan charm. It looks like your favorite 4-cost Abzan color card.
Siege Rhino.
Yep. I mean,
How dirty
when all
is that
else
to play
fails,
Siege Rhino in that
when
deck
all
as
else
well?
fails, what do we play? What do we play?
Oh.
Let's see somebody type it.
Yeah.
If you're on 4 mana in Abzan colors, what do
It's
you play?
never
what?
wrong.
He's
Oh,
duressing.
he'll duress.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you want
Yeah,
to.
you
While
maybe
she's
take-
tapped out, I think
Now-
you want to get what you can get.
Right, and you can argue at this point the Murder's Cut or the Dig. I myself would probably take the
I'm looking
Dig.
at the dig. I
Yeah.
think that the ability for a deck like that to look that
2
deep
cards.
and get 2 cards,
Right,
you
you're
just
gonna
got to
gain.
take it.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah,
Even though what Planeswalker is that? Jace, probably, maybe, or Chandra. Does she have a proxy for Chandra? I don't know. I'm
Detox
confused
is
now.
right. I mean, that is a lot of delve in that hand for sure. And you could argue, honestly, letting her keep all the delve cards and stuff. But I mean, I think you had to take one there. So, and the thing is okay. So she did have the double blue. I didn't see that when it came to whether
Yeah.
you leave the Dig. But it looks like you
So
took
that's
Murderous
Jace.
Cut.
Yep.
Yep. Jossie, world's most expensive looter.
And nobody liked him in the beginning. He was
No.
the least hyped.
I didn't
of
even.
the
I looked at
Planeswalkers.
him and I'm like, no, I'm not a fan.
I
And
did. I did too. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, and then it hit me like 3
There's
days
the
later.
Rhino.
I'm like, yeah, that guy's pretty good
Yeah.
because there's like no removal for him on 2. He comes
Yeah.
right down. So he's pretty good. Oh,
Oh.
top deck Clash of Wills.
Denied.
Get fantastic.
Fantastic. That is not good.
That's rough.
John is probably beside himself at this point.
I mean that was as good of a
What
draw
can-
as you're gonna get right
Yeah,
there. You
what
know,
can
I mean
he
he
do?
and
I like the full tap. I'm just going online right now saying that was a solid tap. We had some half tappers earlier, and I'm just not into that.
yeah,
I
a little
want the-
tappy.
I want the whole tap, the sideways tap. That's all I'm saying. I want to know for sure if that card is tapped.
She drew the island off the top there. Oh, look at that. That means it was back-to-back really good draws. So
I mean, sometimes you just top deck. I
Right.
mean, top deck productions. What are you gonna do?
it is what it is, right? I mean,
That's getting close to activating, Jay. So
yeah,
I
it
think she's
should
one more away.
be pretty close. She hasn't.
And And you don't get a decision about that. If you got 5 in
No.
the yard,
Yeah,
and
you
you
gotta-
tap
you-
it, that's
yep.
that. There's a transgress the mine.
Ooh,
Oh.
man, take Chandra.
Dirty.
So, I mean, I think that's kind of obvious what's
That's
coming
brutal.
here. He's
She'll
on.
write that right on her hand, as any teenage girl probably would.
I love it.
She
I
did-
love it.
I mean, nothing if not thorough. Probably have to wash that off tonight.
Hashtag committed, right?
Totally.
Woo.
Totally. I don't have paper and I don't care.
All right, so Chandra gets exiled. We're leaving him with an Abzan charm. Now, life totals are good here. And, I think at this point he really has to take that
My
Abzan charm.
One Direction notebook. You don't have to bring up my One Direction notebook,
Hey,
Daniel.
hey.
My daughter wasn't, I've told this story a million times. She wasn't going to use it. She said she had moved on from them, and it didn't have a page out of it. Okay, what are you going to do?
Right.
What are you going to do?
I mean,
You're
you're
gonna
just
use
going to throw that out? That's a waste of paper.
Tap
know?
to the left is annoying. I mean, okay, to each their own.
Didn't I?
I
Honestly,
hate it when people
didn't
tap
even notice.
opposite ways. I'll give you that. Like if they're tapping half their stuff one way and half the stuff the other.
So, at this point, I think you just
Tassiger's looking to bring pressure.
right, and you have the Abzan charm. So I think at this point you literally just you exile him.
Free paper, right? Thank you, exactly.
That thing.
I
yep.
mean, I'm not gonna kill a tree and put Harry Styles on it and not use it. Okay, I got to be honest. I'm not letting that happen. I just
well,
won't
the
let
fact
that
that you
happen.
know Harry Styles, I mean,
Dude, all she talked about was Harry Styles for 2 years.
Yeah,
and all
that's
of a sudden,
gonna happen,
I
right?
don't like them anymore. Here's a notebook. I'm throwing it away. I'm like, no, you're not. I'll take it. I'll use it at Magic. I don't care. Transgress the Mind.
So
That's a heck of a card. I got to be honest. Oh,
well, you get the Ruinous
removal.
Path. Ooh, look! At, I
mean,
love
but
the
she's
hand
still
motion.
so far ahead.
I
It's with
love
a
the hand
flourish. I
motion,
would say it's
though.
a flourish there.
Yeah, that was really good. Yep, there we go. The Abzan
yeah.
charm.
Well,
Now-
you're still looking at staring down Jace with no cards in your hand, which
Yep.
seems really bad.
Yep, seems really
I
bad.
tap left because I'm not right-handed. I mean,
So
yeah, as long as you tap
Now-
all the cards the same way. I
now
think
the
I'm
one
okay
thing
with it.
though is, I mean, look at everything exiled. We struggle right now to see the graveyards on the other side.
Yeah. Well, everything's exiled out of
Right.
Kiana's
If
deck.
we can actually get the camera to move down just a little bit at some point,
Kiana, that sounds like a planeswalker. doesn't it?
shift it, so we can see the graveyard and decks a little bit more. But she doesn't have anything in the yard, so that's
We're
a tough
picky.
one for
We
Jace.
would be picky now because we tried to get him to do it the other way earlier, and if we, oh my gosh, and he did it.
Oh,
He's
it's
amazing.
fantastic. A little bit more if we can, though. A little bit more. Here comes Shambling Vent. Perfect. That should be good enough. We can fix it, after the game. and
Well,
stuff
the
like
effort is unparalleled,
Oh.
Daniel. I just got to be honest.
that. Pay for effort. I've
He's
always said put it on a
swinging.
effort in. I'm a happy guy.
Right? Swinging in with the shambling vent there?
I mean, I think you just activate your Wandering Fumarole and just block with the 1/4, or you just take it and then you race back with 4. That doesn't seem terrible either. And so we'll see what Jace does here.
Well, Jace she delved for that Tassiger, so she's all the way back to 0 on
Yeah.
flipping Jace, which,
And
I mean, I
Don't
didn't
forget about that.
Yeah, that was a big deal there.
So she
because
can discard Jace, but I think she's going to be holding on to that land, so she's got something actively
one
easy to
card left,
discard.
yeah.
Yeah. So we'll probably see.
It's going to be a
Shambling
man
come in
land battle here in a minute. Shaking Jake Valentine joins us.
We referenced you on here.
Oh, we're talking all about you, dude. Yep.
Oh, look at you!
You're a
throwing the
fan
remotes
favorite.
around. You are a fan favorite.
Give a shout out to Terrence.
112
All right.
viewers. We appreciate every one of them. Thank you. Tell your friends. Friday night, this is where it's at.
I'll take
Magic the
112.
Gathering.
There's
and
no better way to
Team
spend a Friday
Wishmack.
night.
Oh, dude, you can't beat that. Come on now.
All right, so we got some more looting effects going on. I think I saw that.
There is a dress.
Yep, Dress gets
She pitches
discarded.
it.
Not entirely sure about that.
I want the
kind of
perfect
get it.
information. I want to know what he's got.
Yeah, but he's holding 2 cards. I mean,
But
it's
you gotta
gotta be
discard
some-
something, right?
Right, he's got to be some. Yeah. So she's got a couple of cards in hand. I don't know what else is in hand. I thought one of them was a land. I could be wrong on that one.
Is that
but-
Crackling Doom in his hand?
Yep.
It's Crackling Doom!
Crackling Doom off the top? Oh, Crackling Doom off the top!
What is that?
Kills Jace.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, unless she.
I'm
Unless
I'm like looking at it like, why is he? Oh, yeah, he's a
Jace
creature
is,
still.
Jace is a creature still.
So that Tassiger really cost her in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not getting a flip Jace, because that would have been big.
All right, well, looks like Mardu Green right
That's
now
a
is
lesson to
looking-
everybody at home.
Yeah, Mardu Green's definitely
Doesn't have the red to activate it.
in control. Ah,
Cry
I didn't
fold,
know.
hipping us,
Yeah, you're right. I
correcting us.
didn't notice.
We'll
that.
accept that from
I'm
our
a-
viewers because we're humble.
Yeah.
So
It's all about being humble in
If
life.
you see something that we've missed, absolutely
All right,
point that
Shambling
out.
coming in. Yeah, got to be a kill spell coming here.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yep,
There
there
you
you
go.
go, Grasp of
One of my
Darkness.
favorites, Grasp of Darkness, and a cool name.
I think we're
to that
pretty much
card as
at
well.
top deck mode at this point. So with both players,
Yep.
which isn't a bad thing, you know.
I mean,
Anyone's
in a
game.
control on control matchup, sometimes that's where it gets to.
So the question is which deck's going to be better off the top deck?
Someone needs to draw Painful Truths. I agree. That would blow it wide open.
Yeah. I figured Mardu Green's got to be running Painful Truths with Dark Dwellers at
You would
least.
think,
But
we
I'm
haven't
not sure.
seen
I
it
mean,
yet, have we?
And you would think Grixis too, but I haven't seen Painful Truths in either deck right now. So there's
Kiora plays a
possibility.
mountain.
Like a card.
Well, that means we have
Finally
activation on
hits
Wandering
6.
Fumarole.
Yeah.
Only thing is like you said, Wandering Fumarole does cost 4 to activate, so she can't really hold up kill spells.
Right, and you are in a precarious position with the control deck onto when you do tap out to bring in a land, especially when it costs 4 to activate.
Absolutely.
There's a big difference between 3 and 4 with a man
All
land
right, so here
activation.
comes Transgress the Mind, and it's a
Nothing.
land.
Blank.
Oh, and I heard the ha.
Yeah, she rubbed it in a little bit there. I gotta be honest, talking a little smack on the magic table, and
That's
I've been
okay.
known to do that as well. So, yeah, I agree. Painful Truths is probably really good in that deck with
Well,
with
Painful
dark,
Truth's probably
dark
the worst card. Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, not so good with the Dark Dwellers. Yep, that makes sense because you're converging it for nothing. Yeah, so Painful Truths to just
converging was
draw
nothing?
0. Yeah.
Oh
'Cause
no,
you didn't pay
not
mana
that
into
good
it.
then.
Seems not good. Good point, Mayrose. and whoever else said that. Gabe.
Usually plays with Read the Bones.
Gabe
That makes
Wash.
sense.
Yeah.
We'll get hip to all this stuff.
All right. So Wandering Fumarole starting to put the clock down.
And the mana battle is going to matter here. I mean, they're pretty equal at this point.
Yep.
Kiana was a little ahead there for a minute.
Oh.
What was the rip?
Top deck Chandra.
Rip.
Yep, that's could be looking at 2-0 here at this point. I don't.
Oh, that's dirty.
I'm pretty sure John.
How much pressure can he put back on? He's got one man land, and that's it.
Well, here's the question. So she's going to put the pressure on. I'm pretty sure he's holding. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was pretty sure he was holding Ruinous Path in the hand. So
There you go. Ruinous Path answers.
right, and you can't sit there and try to wait for your land. Now I don't know what his last card is. I mean, obviously, if it was a land, you should
What's
have
she
played it
thinking
out.
about there? Just that
Not
wasn't
sure.
good.
Might just be thinking
that wasn't good for her.
right. But
I think
again,
that
you're
stunned her a
just
little bit.
onto the top deck mode. So.
Yeah. There's a good rip. What do you? Huh? When
Oh,
you
was that
draw
a kiss?
card?
Was that a kiss to the card? I didn't catch it. All right, well here we come.
And that's the 4-1.
Yep.
Comes in,
Going with the
putting
active-
John to 7.
Yep. That's a 2-turn clock if he doesn't draw a removal spell of any kind or any kind of a creature to.
Oh wow,
Block.
he plays a land and passes it.
Yep.
So he's got a blocker here if he activates the man land.
I don't think he has a man land.
Yeah, isn't that second? Oh no, isn't the
Nah.
first one spiders?
Oh yeah.
No, I thought the first
Yeah,
one
it's
was spiders.
Cinderglade, I think.
Oh,
Transgress
yeah,
the mind.
Well, there
Gonna
you go.
get the Ruinous Path. Okay. Well, I say you tap out for
If
that.
she
Yep.
has a threat here, it's ugly.
tap
Yeah,
out.
she brings it in.
1-turn clock.
Oh wow. She's
See,
looking to
wandering-
get there.
Wandering Fumarole.
John Douglas beside himself.
Wandering Fumarole. They're just wandering, rolling its way to victory.
Fantastic.
Apparently she's got lands in hand, so we've got
So what do you think about playing Painful Truths in the Dark Duels? You just really can't.
no.
can you?
I mean,
just
you
can't.
can play it just because you're going to get cards.
It just
off
doesn't
of
feel good though because you're gonna have times when it's just not good enough.
Sure.
Like,
I mean, and they do play Abzan Charm already, so it might not be necessary.
That's something. He plays a Chandra.
Yeah,
off the top.
Chandra's something, but
Is he gonna draw?
He has to.
It's just one, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
and
it's your
there's
hand plus
and
one.
it doesn't matter because I mean, unless
Yeah.
he drew a fiery
Yeah,
impulse
it's-
here, that should be
It's
it.
game.
Should be. I mean, I would just activate and swing in. He's probably hoping that she's not going to swing
Right,
to
which
his life
she's
total.
not. She's gonna absolutely kill him right here.
I have a feeling it's going straight into him.
He-
Yeah, look at that. Points
he
at me. Oh,
specifies
me?
me.
Me?
Shake the hand.
Me? Are you sure?
As
Are you
my
sure?
son would say, sign the slip.
Oh,
My son
all
says, sign the
right.
slip.
Grixis Control beating Mardu Green. For those of you
Okay,
who,
we had the game one hand. So she shakes the hand again.
and those of you who think
Awesome.
Grixis Control is going to win, well done. That's your shout out right there.
Absolutely. Well done.
Good play.
I think the only person that called anything was Mardu, right? Did anybody call Grixis?
No, I think we had 2 people say Grixis.
okay,
and
very
Grixis
good.
rocks. So
Good job, guys.
I like your deck. What exactly is it?
3-0, rocking and rolling on the Grixis Control.
and then she's gonna make small talk, and it always sucks when you lose. And the
And
other
they're
person wants
trying
to
to
make
make
small
small
talk,
talk.
like we're just gonna chat up Magic now, and you just want to like kick a baby or something. I always feel so bad.
Right?
I'm always like,
And you just wanna
I'm
be
looking at my
like-
cards, like grinding my teeth, like,
Right?
yup,
Yep. Shut up. Yep.
Of course,
I'm gonna walk away. Good
I'm
job.
I'm a bad loser.
Oh,
So-
and there's Shakin' Jake Valentine.
Shakin' Jake making an
delivering-
appearance.
Delivering the backroom communication.
All right, we're about to take a quick break here and
Thank you for testing.
be back in just about 10 minutes.
You know, I'm just
Yeah, probably
next
10 to
round,
15
round
minutes until the next
4.
round or so. So
We'll try to make a
until-
good pick. What do people want to see at home? What do you like? You like home brews? You like stock decks?
We're going with a combination of
You like
good,
siege
good,
rhinos?
good record.
Jake likes siege rhinos.
Yeah,
I don't think Jake
combination
knows.
of good record and good matches.
She did
So-
play very well.
You take 6. The painful truths are extremely painful for you. And these stupid scions are protecting me from Liliana.
Is the combat? Yeah. 10?
Actual stone
Ending the Stone Rain. This
What
is
are you
nuts.
doing?
Go. This is the situation. This is why.